Is Jokic one of the top 10 players of all time?
1,000 this season. Wheels into the key. He's got it!
Looks in. Inbound to Nikola Jokic. Long two.
The NBA has seen legends rise before. Giants, geniuses, and icons who bent the game to their will. But nothing prepares you for what Nikola Jokic is doing right now.
Nikola Jokic!
Jokic got a little follow-away back. That's a tough shot.
A 41st pick, a guy who jokes about being out of shape, a center who plays the game without jumping, is suddenly putting up numbers and impact that looks like they belong next to Jordan, LeBron, and Kareem.
It's amazing how much easier the offense looks when Joker's out there.
Nothing he does looks explosive, nothing looks superhuman, and yet every possession feels like he's operating on a different timeline, 2 seconds ahead of everyone else. So you start to wonder, is Nikola Jokic quietly building a GOAT resume? Is he already closer to top 10 all time than anyone wants to admit? Because the efficiency, the IQ, the dominance, they aren't normal, they're historic. And if this continues, we might have to start talking about him in conversations far bigger than top 10, maybe even something much bigger. Nikola Jokic's rise doesn't make sense on paper. In fact, nothing about the beginning of his career should have pointed toward a future all-time great. Drafted 41st overall, announced during a Taco Bell commercial. No hype, no spotlight, no ESPN cameras waiting to break down his game. But something started happening the moment he got real playing time. The Nuggets offense transformed.
Incredible player, which is why he's two-time MVP.
He plays the game the right way. He plays for his teammate.
Denver, a team without a superstar for years, suddenly played with rhythm, flow, and spacing. And at the center of it all was a guy moving like he just rolled out of bed. His rookie flashes were subtle, a touch here, a read there, a pass nobody else saw. But as he grew, everything around him grew too. The Nuggets went from an organization searching for identity to becoming one of the most efficient offenses in NBA history.
Guarded by Covington. This is a mismatch. Spins, floater. Got it! Still plenty of time to go, but the Nuggets got to make some sort of run somewhere. Jokic, dog, two-hand!
By year 3, the numbers became impossible to ignore. Elite efficiency, elite passing, elite impact, and a style of play we'd never seen before. But here's the wild part. Jokic didn't just get better, he reinvented what a center could be. Centers used to be rim protectors, low post scorers, or rebound machines. But Jokic became something else entirely, a point center, a floor general. A 7-foot offensive engine with passing vision of an elite guard and the scoring touch of a superstar. No flash, no high-flying dunks, no viral athletic highlights. Just pure, ruthless effectiveness. And what looked like a slow, clumsy frame turned out to be the perfect disguise for one of the sharpest basketball minds ever created.
Jokic goes inside, lays it up here. Falling away, puts it up. Bang! Nikola Jokic! Jokic, oh, what a pass again! And
This wasn't a fluke. This wasn't a lucky late bloomer story. This was the earliest sign of a once-in-a-generation basketball thinker, a player who would go on to bend the rules of the sport. And yet, this is only the beginning. Because Jokic's rise wouldn't stop here, it was about to explode into something much bigger. If his start didn't fit the mold of an all-time great, then what happened next shattered every expectation the league had.
Porter drives. Inside Jokic. Layup is good. Jokic.
The league had seen dominant bigs before. Shaq's power, Hakeem's footwork, Kareem's sky hook. But nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever combined Jokic's full package of skill. Because Nikola Jokic isn't just talented, he's absurd. Jokic's skill set looks like something designed in a lab. Soft touch, every shot near the rim looks like it's floating on a pillow. His one-handed push shots, automatic. His flip shots, money. His awkward angles, they drop like he's programmed to make them. Passing vision? No. Let's be honest. This isn't passing. This is mind reading. He throws passes before his teammates even realize they're open. Backdoor cuts become automatic points. Shooters get perfect in-rhythm kickouts. Defenders get embarrassed by passes that shouldn't exist. He sees the floor like a point guard, but with the size of a center. Footwork? Slow? Yes. Predictable? Never. He lures defenders just 1 inch off balance, then spins, bumps, or fakes for the easiest shot in the world. The strength? This guy casually moves 260-pound men like they're folding chairs. Back to the basket? Good luck. Shooting mid-range touch? Elite. Three-point shot? Reliable when needed. Free throws? Consistent. And the crazy part? None of this requires freakish athleticism. Jokic plays the game like he's unlocked a chessboard nobody else knows how to see.
Jokic again. Falling away. 30 seconds. Jokic, then a little hesitation. Puts it in. Little backdoor cut. Coming with some heat.
He's not beating you with speed. He's not beating you with vertical. He's beating you with pure calculation, timing, precision, and feel. When you watch him play, it doesn't feel fair. It feels like he sees the game 2 seconds earlier than everyone else. But this leads to a bigger question. How does this translate into actual numbers and production? Well, the numbers are where things get ridiculous. Let's look at Nikola Jokic through the numbers because the numbers tell a story the eye test can barely keep up with. Here are some of the absurd stats. 3-time MVP and nearly won 5. 1-time NBA champion, 1-time finals MVP, multiple seasons averaging 21, 12, and 9. Multiple seasons over 60% shooting, multiple years leading the league in advanced metrics. And then it gets even crazier. Triple-double.
And Nikola Jokic, there it is, has his first triple-double of his NBA career.
Jokic has recorded more triple-doubles as a center than any player in NBA history. He has more triple-doubles than most guards. He has more 30-point triple-doubles than entire franchises. Efficiency? He is the only center in NBA history to average 25-plus points, 10-plus rebounds, 8-plus assists on 55% shooting. Nobody else has ever done it. Not Wilt, not Hakeem, not Shaq. Nobody. On and off impact, when Jokic plays, the Nuggets outscore teams by double digits. When he sits, Denver collapses. This pattern has been consistent for years. That is the definition of irreplaceable. Advanced stats. You ready for this? Win shares, BPM, box plus minus. VORP, offensive EPM, on-off net rating. Jokic ranks number 1 or 2 in almost every category across multiple seasons. We're talking about numbers that place him next to Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Wilt Chamberlain. This is where the conversation shifts. He's not just great, he's not just dominant. He's putting together one of the greatest statistical peaks in the history of professional basketball. Period. But numbers alone don't make you top 10 all time. Impact does. And that is where Jokic becomes terrifying.
Oh, nice fake. Drive back to Jokic, plays it up. Murray has been terrific. Sets up Jokic. He will fire and pop it home from 3.
There are superstars who dominate, stars who take over games, legends who carry teams. But Jokic, He controls games like a puppeteer, pulling on strings. He dictates pace, tempo, spacing, flow, timing, everything. He slows the game to his rhythm. Opponents want him to run? Too bad. Opponents want to speed him up. He won't let them. He forces every team to play his version of basketball.
And what a start for Jamal Murray. Here's Jokic off to Porter Jr. He got it.
For Jokic. No, Jokic there, yes. His 11th point on 5 of 7 shooting, and the Nuggets have taken.
His presence creates shots for everyone. Cutters get layups, shooters get clean looks, bigs get the easiest points of their lives. Players look better next to him because he elevates them by simply reading the game at a supernatural level. He destroys double teams. Send one defender, he scores. Send two, he picks apart the defense. Send three, somebody is dunking. He makes every possession high value. He reduces wasted plays. He maximizes every inch of spacing. He turns difficult shots into easy ones. When Jokic is on the court, the Nuggets offense becomes a cheat code, and coaches around the NBA hate it because nothing they do slows him down. They can only hope to survive him. But to understand if Jokic is top 10 all time, we need to look beyond impact. We need to look at the one thing that separates legends: winning. Winning matters. Championships matter. And in 2023, everything changed for Jokic's legacy. The Nuggets stormed through the playoffs. 4-1 versus the Timberwolves, 4-2 versus the Suns, 4-0 versus the Lakers, 4-1 versus the Heat. They didn't just win, they dominated. And Nikola Jokic delivered one of the greatest playoff runs in NBA history. 30-plus points, 13.5 rebounds, 9.5 assists, 54% field goal percentage, 46% three-point shooting. These aren't good numbers. These aren't great numbers. These are your PlayStation is broken numbers. And the finals? He cooked Miami from every angle. Handoffs, post-ups, pick and rolls, kickouts, push shots, mid-range backdoor reads. Every adjustment the Heat made, Jokic already knew the counter. He became the first player ever to lead the playoffs in points, rebounds, and assists. And the scary part, he made it look easy. No screaming, no flexing, no taunting. Just controlled dominance, possession after possession.
Jokic enables the crowd to sit. Jokic passed on a three, now puts it up, knocks it down.
Murray turns the corner, behind the back to Jokic, who drops.
That finals run removed all doubt about his greatness. He wasn't just a stat monster. He wasn't just a regular season genius. He was a champion, the best player on a championship team, the driving force of a title run that mirrored the greats. But a championship run doesn't happen alone. This is where his supporting cast becomes important and extremely scary. Even though this script is mainly about Nikola Jokic, the Nuggets' success isn't a solo act. It's a system, with Jokic as the brain and the supporting cast as the perfect extensions of him. Jamal Murray is the first piece of that system, and his connection with Jokic is something the league still hasn't figured out how to guard. His pick-and-roll chemistry with Jokic is the best in basketball, and the numbers prove it. Last season alone, the Murray-Jokic two-man game generated over 1.15 points per possession, elite efficiency that no team has solved. Big shots, he lives for them. In the 2023 playoffs, Murray averaged 26.1 points, 6.2 assists, and stepped up every single time defenses collapsed on Jokic.
A beautiful give and go. Murray! Jokic off the bench played better at home. Murray gets the roll. Murray. On a three. Jokic, great look. Murray!
When opponents load the paint to slow down the big man, Murray becomes a flamethrower, pulling up from three, slicing into gaps, and hitting daggers with zero hesitation. Aaron Gordon is the next crucial piece, a tank with springs who does everything that doesn't show up in highlight reels but wins games. He does the dirty work: defense, cuts, rebounds, finishes plays Jokic creates. Those cuts alone, Gordon converted over 74% of his shots at the rim last season, many of them coming directly from Jokic passes. He became the perfect power forward because he doesn't need touches. He thrives on Jokic's reads, staying active, staying physical, and punishing defenses that forget about him for even 1 second.
Baseline drive, baseline drift. Inside. That was a ridiculous delivery from Jokic.
Michael Porter Jr. brings a completely different weapon to the floor shooting. One of the purest shooters in the league, MPJ spaces the floor to impossible levels, hitting over 40% of his threes on high volume. His spacing turns the Nuggets' offense into a nightmare because the moment defenders help off him, Jokic finds him in his shooting pocket every single time.
Jokic on the short roll, give it to Porter. Porter for three. Yes! Porter for three. Porter on the rim again. Inside. Porter, boy, beautiful little hit.
KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, is the definition of elite role perfection. Elite defender, elite shooter, elite role player. He guards the toughest perimeter threats night after night and still hits the open threes Jokic creates like clockwork. His 42% postseason three-point shooting is one of the reasons Denver's offense never stalled. And then there's Christian Braun energy, defense, hustle. He's the type of player every championship team needs. In the 2023 finals, Braun shot 76% from the field, played fearless defense, and brought the physical spark that changed entire stretches of games. Together, they form a unit built perfectly around Jokic. He is the conductor. They are the instruments. And when they play together, the Nuggets offense becomes a symphony no team can stop. The numbers behind that symphony are insane. Denver finished top 5 in offensive rating multiple seasons, including 118+ offensive rating in the playoffs when Jokic was on the floor. Every action, every cut, every moment works because every teammate fits around him like a puzzle piece placed exactly where it belongs. But even with an elite supporting cast, Jokic's dominance is unique because his IQ isn't high, it's not elite, it's unreal. He reads the game like he's already watched the possession twice. You can see it in how he angles screens, how he manipulates defenders when he chooses to post up, when he chooses to push the pace, when he slows everything down. Every decision feels calculated, like the ball is an extension of his brain. He anticipates, he doesn't react. That's the difference between being smart and being a generational basketball genius. He sees backdoor cuts before they open. He recognizes mismatches instantly. He knows where shooters will be without looking. He throws passes nobody else would dare attempt because he's already accounted for every variable. And on top of that, he makes the right play every time. Not the flashy play, not the highlight play, the correct one. That's why he almost never looks rushed. He's always one step ahead, and he forces defenders to play catch-up. Watching him is like watching an AI that learned basketball by running simulations a million times. And here's the part that shocks coaches and players. He never panics. Traps, he laughs at them. Double teams, he breaks them. Full court pressure, he treats it like a warm-up drill.
Finds Jokic. Mark on him. Jokic drives down the lane. Layup is good. Nuggets backs Brown. Jokic to Murray. Murray, good look for three. Puts it in. Nice pass from Murray. Jokic flips it up.
Basketball IQ is often the separator between great players and all-time players. And when it comes to IQ, Jokic is in a class with LeBron, Magic, Bird, Chris Paul. That's Mount Rushmore territory. But IQ alone doesn't make you top 10 all time. Dominance does. And Jokic has entered a category only legends live in.
Beautifully done out of Jokic. Contact and shoot a free throw. It's now 3 of 13 from deep. Jokic.
The NBA has always celebrated freakish athletes. LeBron's power, Giannis's explosiveness, Steph's speed and endless movement, KD's insane length, Wemby's alien-like mobility. But Jokic breaks the rulebook. He does none of that and still dominates every possession. He is the slowest superstar in the league and the most effective. Defenders know exactly what he wants to do, and they still can't stop it. He beats elite bigs with angles, leverage, strength, positioning, and touch. Shaq used power, Hakeem used footwork, Kareem used the sky hook. Jokic uses basketball understanding, and he uses it at a level so high that athleticism becomes irrelevant. This is why analysts say he solved basketball, because he wins the game without ever needing speed, vertical leap, explosive first step, elite conditioning. He has mastered the sport at its purest level, skill plus IQ plus feel. It's the most unstoppable combination in basketball because those traits can't age. They can't disappear. They don't decline like athleticism. That means Jokic prime could last another 6-8 years at the same level. Most of the top 10 players ever had long primes. So if Jokic is already putting up historic numbers now, what will he look like by age 34? And that brings us to the conversation no one can avoid. To put someone in the top 10 all time, you have to compare them to the giants. Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, Magic, Bird, Kobe, Duncan, Shaq, Wilt, Hakeem. Where does Jokic stack up? Let's examine 3 categories. 1. Peak. Jokic's best 5-year stretch includes multiple MVPs, championship finals MVP, statistically dominant seasons. One of the highest efficiency peaks ever. Historic on-off values. His peak is already compared to Hakeem, Shaq, Larry Bird, Tim Duncan. And statistically, he matches or beats most of them. 2. Impact. Impact metrics place him neck and neck with LeBron, Jordan, Jokic, Kareem. That alone is wild. 3. Skill. Center skill rankings. 1. Hakeem. 2. Jokic. 3. Embiid. 4. Duncan. 5. Sabonis. Jokic is arguably the greatest passing big ever, the most skilled offensive center ever, the most complete offensive center ever. If he wins one more ring, one more MVP, he starts knocking on the door of Kareem, Duncan, and Shaq. But this isn't just about the past, it's about what comes next. Right now, the Denver Nuggets might be on the path to another championship, and it starts with Jokic. The West is stacked. Wemby, Luka, SGA, Curry, Durant, LeBron. But Denver has something nobody else has, a guaranteed floor, a guaranteed identity, a guaranteed advantage. Every playoff possession slows down. Every game becomes about execution, and that's where Jokic is unbeatable. When the Nuggets run their half-court offense around Jokic's playmaking, the game shrinks. Possessions become priceless, mistakes become rare, and Denver has reloaded their depth. Veteran defenders, shooters, reliable backup bigs, more athletic wings, all built to support one player. This team is designed for another run, and if Jokic adds a second ring, a second finals MVP, a fourth MVP, the conversation shifts dramatically. This isn't hypothetical, it's possible, it's realistic, and it might happen sooner than people think. But to decide if he cracks the top 10, we must examine what truly makes a player all time. What makes someone top 10 all time? You need dominance. Jokic has it. MVPs, he's stacking them. Championships, he already has one and is favored for more. Peak, he has one of the greatest peaks ever. Longevity, still building, and his game ages perfectly. Impact, no player increases his team's performance more. Uniqueness, he redefined his position. Statistical greatness, he is shattering advanced metrics. Now check the list. Magic Johnson? Yes. Larry Bird? Yes. Hakeem? Yes. Shaq? Yes. Kobe, yes. Jokic belongs in this conversation. Not someday, not if he wins more. Right now. When you stack achievements, skill, dominance, and impact, Jokic's resume already holds weight with the all-time legends. He's not just maybe top 10 someday. He's literally playing at a level that matches top 10 right now. And that is a terrifying sentence for the rest of the league. So let's wrap this up and get to the final verdict. So here we are. After all the stats, all the dominance, all the impact, where does Nikola Jokic really stand? Let's simplify it. Dominance, top tier. Efficiency, best ever for a big. Skill, one of the most skilled players we've ever seen. IQ, possibly the highest in NBA history. Individual peak, on par with the greatest centers ever. Uniqueness, no center has ever played like him. Championship resume, already has the foundation. More winning ahead, absolutely. If Jokic retired today, he's easily top 25. But with his current trajectory numbers, peak, efficiency, dominance, he is already scratching at the top 12, 15 range. One more ring, plus one more MVP, equal automatic top 10. No debate, no argument. He's that close. And honestly, he might get there even without the extra hardware because what he's doing on the court is something the game has never seen. A 7-foot offensive engine, a center who runs the game like a point guard, a superstar who dominates without athleticism, a champion who controls every inch of the floor. Nikola Jokic isn't just great, he isn't just an MVP. He isn't just a champion. He is a basketball phenomenon, and he's knocking on the door of the greatest players ever. So, is Nikola Jokic one of the top 10 players of all time? Maybe not officially yet, but he's closer than anyone expected. And at the pace he's going to break into that list sooner than the league is ready for. If you enjoyed this story and stories like this, click like, hit subscribe, and tell a friend. See you in the next one.